Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Needs assassin.
Dire team pick.
Venomancer.
Radiant team pick.
Hello everybody and welcome to Defense of the Australians Autumn Tournament. This is the round 16 matches, or the best 16 teams are going to be facing double elimination, and the loser here will be going to the lower bracket, and the winner continuing in their victory in the winners bracket. So if they do drop, if either of these teams lose here, they're not going to actually be out of the tournament. They'll have a second chance to make their mark and continue on in the tournament. But this is game 2 coming out between Team Moops and Markyi Stack, and these guys a huge last game only minutes ago, and that was came right down to the wire, to the throne, a throne battle, and that was just one massive team fight decided which team was going to lose it, and that was Markyi Stack coming out on top and thwarting Team Moops' early game lead that they actually developed. So a really fed Doom was one of the reasons they made it through, as well as a nicely fed Mirana. So some great use of buybacks, and knowing who had buybacks, who didn't, and that was the reason that it really just came down to the wire in that last match. So really interesting picks coming out from both sides, because none of these heroes were in the last match, and that is incredibly exciting to see a new lineup coming out. So just first of all, to introduce myself, my name is Boakley. Joining me is the wonderful Silk, controlling the camera and being our play-by-play man. How's it going, dude?
I'm pretty good.
Excellente. And just so you guys know, we represent 4 states casting. So there's also a separate Twitch stream that you guys can check out if you'd like, as well as the Defense of the Australians. Please follow both of those, because they are full of awesome Dota. Some more Defense of the Australians is definitely what you guys want to be in store for and up to date with. Now, going into these picks, what are you thinking so far for Team Moops, Silk?
I'm very interested in their team. I think we're going to see another wombo combo type situation. So I would be very surprised if we didn't see something a little bit different. I don't think we'll see the Dark. I think we may even see a Beastmaster offlane. Don't quote me. But yeah, I think we might see a bit of a Beastmaster offlane. Maybe a little bit of a different combo, but I think we'll still see a combo team.
Yeah, and I think you're pretty bang on with that call. Beastmaster might have been mid, but with that Shadow Fiend pickup for Team Moops, that guarantees that that Shadow Fiend's going to be taking up that mid spot. We could be seeing a farming Beastmaster. That it's not completely out of the question, but I think he's going to be a little bit safer it's a little bit of a more likely choice for him to be in that off lane. So Shadow Fiend going to be picked up for that mid hero. On the side of Markyi Stacks, the Nyx Assassin, we could be seeing maybe going mid, could be in a support Nyx, but I'm really not a fan of the support Nyx Assassin, because you have these really squishy heroes, both the Visage and the Venomancer. Even the Shadow Fiend is kind of a glass cannon sort of hero, and Nyx could get some nice feed off all of those heroes if he got a quick level 6 and was able to rotate through and make life a little bit of hell for these supports. Now, I don't
Absolutely,
think that
I'm
he's...
not a thing Nix in 5 or 4. I have to agree, I like him in the 3rd position. Being able to get that Dagon ensures he can solo gank, and being able to do that solo ganking is really cool, because, I mean, until he gets level 16, he doesn't actually have reliable invisibility.
Yeah, and you really need that quick XP. I don't think they're going to be putting him mid, because going mid against a Shadow Fiend is not going to be fun times for your Nyx Assassin. He is just going to be harassed out of lane pretty darn early as soon as there's, maybe 6 to 8 souls in Shadow Fiend's possession, and that's when he's going to start really dealing the damage. So I feel like Nyx off lane might be a little bit more down Markyi Stack's alley. Do you think the Drow Ranger is going to be in a farming position or heading mid?
I'm not sure. She would be a good mid, because she can combat Shadow Fiend a bit. Sometime he'll be getting all those souls, and it'll start becoming painful to sit in mid with him. She'll also have the offset of she's going to have that extra 40 bonus agility. So I think she's actually really good combat for mid. The other thing we have to bear in mind is the minute she gets level 7, and that precision aura, like for example, is maxed, that's 36% of her ranged agility. Agility is going to all the ranged people. So you've got Weaver sitting there with his Geminate attack, attacking an extra time for him, and that right click's really going to add up. It's quite a clever combination.
Yeah, a really nice synchronization for these heroes' abilities. So I think we will be seeing Weaver in the farming position and the Drow Ranger in mid. A lot of potential, as you were saying, for that damage. So I'm hoping to see another support picked up for Markyi Stack, and really showing that they're going to be sending that Nyx into the off lane, because having 2 melee supports in a lane with a Weaver, I don't know.
Yeah, I do like whoever's drafting for Team Mix. I like it because they've got a Shadow Fiend there who's already got obscene right-click damage from his Necromastery, with the presence of the Dark Lord, which is a -6 armor reduction, and then on top of that you got the Beastmaster sitting next to him going, here, have an extra 45 attack speed.
Yeah, he goes, thank you very much, Lee. I'll take that. And that will really increase the DPS coming out for Team Moops. And it looks like, going by the bends, it looks like they know that they're thinking around the same lines in an offlane Nyx Assassin, because they have banned out a Rubik, so a support, trying to limit the support pool for Markyi Stack. Markyi Stack inversely have banned out that Doom. Doomed out that ban. Oh jeez. Banned out that Doom. And not wanting to face, to face that, considering they played so well on him last time, seeing Cheese farm up that like crazy.
Absolutely. Another thing worth pointing out is we've got Venomancer, who's AoE nastiness, does a lot of damage in an AoE. And then they've got Visage. So between just the 4 that they drafted there, not including the Marana, with the massive initiation nuke stuns, you've got so much damage going out. And Visage is just sitting there quite casually, like a little multiplication sign at the end of a sum. Just doubling whatever you do, pumping out that soul assumption.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So huge nuke potential with Visage, especially early. There is a little bit of a lack of kill potential, although we could be seeing the tri lane again with that Marana. I think that's probably going to be how they're going to lane it with a Beastmaster. Could be a Beastmaster safe lane with an aggressive tri. Aggressive lane with the Marana and the Venomancer and Visage. And the Marana arrow, again, allows for a little bit of kill. So I am interested to see how Team Moops deals with this, or works with this Marana, as opposed to Markyi Stack, who had Marana last game.
Yep. I don't like you dodging an arrow with a Venomous Gale and a Grave Chill on you.
That's true. That's a hell of a lot of slamming out for you.
Yeah.
What was the hero for Markyi Stack? So I think we could be seeing a Nyx Assassin support. If the Nyx could be either going into that off lane. I feel like if they lane it correctly, they they could be sending that solo lane in against a Beastmaster, and in that case, I would 100% want Nyx in that lane and the Wind Ranger just to be in that tri lane to allow for a shackle, a little bit of harass with that power shot, and I think she's going to be a little bit more effective early on than Nyx is going to be with that Impale, and I think later, later with that early level 6 on Nyx Assassin is going to be much more useful for Markyi stack than a high level Wind Ranger.
The tower taking potential on Markyi's side though is obscene. We've got the focus fire from the Windrunner, who's then getting precision aura from the Drow. Like, it's just going to take whatever power she wants.
That precision aura. Oh my god, the precision aura with the Weaver as well as the Wind Ranger, that's 3 heroes that are going to potentially be dealing a hell of a lot of damage. And I do not want to be on the side of Team Moops on the receiving end of that. So, introducing these teams on the side of the Radiant. This is match 2, first match going to Markyi, and this is on the Radiant side, Markyi. We see on the Drow Ranger, who I think is going to be in the farming position, is Markyi on the Drow Ranger. Jamie is sitting on the Nyx Assassin, and currently they're sitting in a dual lane at the moment, which I find really, really weird because I think they're going for dual lanes by the look of their current situation.
Abaddon and Weaver is a combo though. Abaddon and Weaver are a pain because you have obscene tower diving abilities level 1.
Not only that, if they're going up against the Mirana, then that means you've got the aphotic shield to purge that Mirana stun instantly. But heading over to mid, we have Fedora Lord on the Wind Ranger, and then in the top lane, in the second dual lane, we have Cheese on the farming Weaver, and Gooksmith, King of the Gorgonite, on the Abaddon. You want to introduce Team Moops, Silky?
Certainly. We have IWJ on the Mirana in the safe lane carry position. We've got IX this time on Visage as one of the supports in lane. Looking like a Venomancer jungle here with Cuckoo. We've got Donkey Kong on the Shadow Fiend. The other thing he may be doing is setting up for Shadow Fiend to come through and deny a whole heap. But I'm not sure. And last but not least, we have Delete 12 on the Beastmaster.
A little bit of a disappointing. Well, I think it will be disappointing for Cuckoo on the Venomancer. Unfortunately, popped one of his 2 clarities and got immediately right-clicked by one of the creeps. So, unfortunate. Now, checking out this laning situation, who would you favour with the aphotic shield and the aphotic shield on the Weaver in this lane against the Mirana and Visage?
I would.
Now the arrow coming out on a creep, gonna miss it.
That's right.
And Beastmaster sitting in the off lane, Delete 12. Markyi's wanting to really zone it
they've
up.
been a bit. That's right. You can't rest my trail. She will punish you if you do. Being able to orb walk from level 1, and having decent damage from the precision aura, that just gets worse all game.
It doesn't get any better. And so much damage output early in the game. It's huge.
Yeah, and the way they've stacked it up on people as well, that dual lane up top is not getting any weaker.
No, that's absolutely correct. So there's going to be a nice even amount of
extra
XP.
damage. Yeah. 8 extra damage at the moment. Doesn't sound like much, but Weaver, that's actually 16 every time he has Geminate up. And it's just getting worse and worse. Like, the minute Drow hits level 6 and gets that ulti, it's just going to hurt so much that precision aura is going to shoot up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And those little right clicks are going to start counting for a lot.
Now, just wanted to check that our overlay has been changed, and looking over at IWJ, I mean, the Mirana really could cop a lot of harass from Cheese, as you were saying, with the added damage with that Geminate attack. We saw Visage before, just, 2 Geminate attacks took off a third of his health. And heading over to mid, the battle of the last hits. Shadow Fiend's starting to pull ahead now that he's got 18 souls in his chamber, ready